Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the Josie Maran Vibrancy foundation. So when I shake up this foundation, it sounds like a more liquidy foundation, which is to be expected because it has argan oil in it, which based on the rest of the descriptions, that means that it is more of a dewy foundation, which I have oily skin. And on the website, both on Sephora and Josie Maran's website, neither one of them really say what skin type this is for, but based on the descriptions, it appears to be more for dry skin. And the shade that I have in this is Fearless, and it's Fearless RG65, which RG is neutral or rose gold undertones, and then 65 is just how dark it is. Starting at 5, which is the most fair according to the website, and 85 being the most rich shade that they have in this foundation. This foundation only comes in 13 shades, so it's not a super wide range. It is a medium to full coverage foundation, and the ingredients that are stated to be in the foundation are actually in the ingredients list, and they're listed pretty high up on the list, so it appears to be a substantial amount of those key ingredients. This foundation is breathable and lightweight, and the finish is a radiant finish. This foundation has a 12-month shelf life, and it has 1 fluid ounce, which is a typical size. And so it says to apply this, you start at the center of the face, blend and press into skin, working outwards in sections. And I can layer it if I want additional coverage. I'm going to just apply it in the center of my face like they say. It runs pretty fast. Kind of what I expected. And this blends in really well, meaning the shade is pretty spot on. And to blend this in, I'm using the Sigma sponge. Now you guys already know that I love Josie Maran products, so I'm not really expecting this to be a bad foundation. The things that I'm going to test in this video is Flashback, if it creases in my smile lines, and how long it lasts once I set it. So I really like this so far. It looks like skin. It doesn't look like I'm applying a layer of foundation, and it's a pretty spot on match to my skin. Blend it down just a little bit, but it honestly looks like there's no difference. Just a close-up look of the foundation. It looks like just I have on moisturizer. Doesn't look like a cakey layer of foundation. I really like this so far, the way that it's looking. So I'm going to apply concealer and kind of keep that lightweightness to my face. So I'm going to use the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in the shade Medium Neutral. And this sponge that I'm using is damp. And I'm going to set it with the CoverGirl Loose Setting Powder. So I finished the rest of my makeup, and if you're wondering how I got this look, it will be a tutorial on my Instagram, probably already. So I'm still digging the look of this foundation. I think it looks really nice. It hasn't creased that bad in my smile lines yet, and it almost looks like I might just have on highlight, contour, and blush. You may have to think about it for a second on whether or not I have on foundation. It's such a great match. I think this may be one of my favorite foundations. I do want to test Flashback really quick because I'm anxious to see, and I can't wait. It has no Flashback in here. I'm about to check in a dark room. In a dark room, it does have more Flashback. It doesn't look unbearable. Like, there are some Flashbacks and I'm just like, no. But this one, I think I could get by with it. It has Flashback. I'm looking at the picture again. It has Flashback, but I don't know. It's almost like it doesn't look too bad, but it does have Flashback. So use your own judgment on whether or not you want to go ahead and try out the foundation as far as like the Flashback. When I applied this foundation, it was 9:13 a.m. So I'm going to update you guys throughout the day to just see how the foundation is wearing when I start getting oily and things like that. But so far, I'll give it 2 thumbs up. Hey guys, it is 1:06 p.m. so it has been 4 hours of me wearing this foundation. I did change clothes. Your eyes are not deceiving you. So my smile lines have creased at this point. It's noticeable on this side. It's just slightly noticeable on this side, but you can still see it on both sides. The foundation still looks really, really nice. It hasn't oxidized at all. It hasn't faded anywhere, I don't think. I don't think it's faded anywhere. At the 4 hour mark, I think it looks really nice. The only thing is my smile lines. I don't like that they're creased like that, but I could smooth them out with the sponge that I use to apply my foundation. I'm gonna keep this foundation on for a few more hours just to see how it's wearing. So I wanted to come show you guys like how the foundation looks outside. All angles, I guess. It looks really good to me, but I just want to show you guys the difference between like sitting in front of my lights and then when I come outside. Up close of my smile lines. So it is 7:44 p.m. so it's been about, I guess you could say, 10.5 hours of me wearing this foundation. From the 4 hour mark to the 10.5 hour mark, I know it's a gap, but I've gotten a little oily since then, as well as my smile line creasing is more noticeable from far away than the previous check-in. So my smile line kind of appears to be just creased, like nothing too crazy. So that's something to keep in mind. Another thing to keep in mind is that I'm oily next to my nose, on my nose, and I'm just like shiny on my forehead, particularly my nose area and my forehead, not so much on my chin. So I think I would recommend this foundation for people with oily skin, with some exceptions. It's like I would recommend it except in a case where you don't want to use setting powder to set your face, because this is a foundation that you need to make sure that you set with a powder if you do have oily skin. I didn't say this when I was applying the foundation, but it's typical for my foundation reviews. I don't use primers, so I'm not quite sure how this foundation will wear with either the Josie Maran Moonstone drops as a primer or something that fills fine lines. So if you have a favorite primer that you like to use to prevent creasing or to prevent oiliness, then this foundation may be perfect for you. So I would definitely say give this foundation a try. It seems to be worth to give it a chance if you're able to find your shade. It isn't a super huge shade range. Let me know if you tried this foundation down in the comments, and make sure that you thumbs up this video, and I promise I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.